The United States presidential election is more than just an internal affair. It's a global event. The outcome resonates far beyond American borders, shaping the world's economy, security, and even culture. Why? Because of America's unique position. It's the world's largest economy, it has a powerful military, and its culture, from Hollywood movies to Silicon Valley technology, is everywhere. The world watches the US election with a mix of anticipation and anxiety. They know that who sits in the Oval Office can impact their lives. A new president can mean a new direction in trade, diplomacy, and global engagement. This uncertainty breeds both opportunity and risk. The world understands that American elections have consequences. They wait to see how the US will wield its considerable power. Will it be a force for stability or disruption? Will it champion democracy or tolerate authoritarianism? The answers to these questions have profound implications for everyone. The US dollar is the world's reserve currency. American consumers drive global demand. So, when it comes to the global economy, the US election matters. Different administrations bring different economic philosophies. These have real-world consequences. Take trade policy, for example. A president who favors protectionist measures, like tariffs, can trigger trade wars. This hurts businesses and consumers worldwide. Conversely, a president who promotes free trade can boost global economic growth. Market reactions to US elections are immediate and significant. Stock markets around the world rise and fall based on election results. Uncertainty about future economic policies can lead to volatility. This uncertainty can impact investment decisions and economic forecasting globally. The US election's economic ripples are felt everywhere. From the bustling factories of China to the boardrooms of London, the world watches and reacts to the economic signals coming from Washington, D.C. The United States has a complex web of alliances and partnerships around the world. These relationships are the bedrock of global security and diplomacy. But they are not static. They are influenced by who occupies the White House. Different presidents bring different approaches to foreign policy. Some prioritize multilateralism, working closely with allies. Others favor a more unilateral approach, emphasizing American power. These shifts have real consequences for international relations. For example, a president who questions the value of NATO could undermine the security architecture of Europe. This could embolden adversaries and worry allies. Conversely, a president who reaffirms America's commitment to its allies can strengthen these bonds and deter conflict. The US election can also impact relations with key countries like China and Russia. A more hawkish administration might take a confrontational approach. This could lead to increased tensions. A more diplomatic administration might prioritize engagement and cooperation. This could lead to greater stability. Section 4. A changing climate. US elections and the future of the planet. Climate change is a global challenge that requires a global response. As the world's second-largest emitter of greenhouse gases, the United States plays a critical role. Its actions or inactions have far-reaching consequences. US elections can significantly impact international climate agreements and policies. For instance, the decision to withdraw from the Paris Agreement under one administration was a setback for global efforts to combat climate change. A subsequent administration's decision to rejoin signaled a renewed commitment to climate action. Domestically, US elections influence environmental regulations and investments in renewable energy. These decisions impact not only the American economy, but also the global market for clean technologies. A US that prioritizes clean energy can drive innovation and create opportunities for collaboration on climate solutions. The world looks to the US for leadership on climate change. Its actions set a precedent and influence the actions of other nations. The outcome of a US election can determine whether the world moves towards a more sustainable future or faces the worsening effects of a warming planet. Section 5. American Culture, a Global Stage. The election's influence on trends and perceptions. American culture, from its music and movies to its fashion and technology, has a global reach. The values and ideas projected by American culture are shaped in part by its political leadership. The US election can influence global perceptions of America. A president who embraces diversity and inclusivity can project an image of America as a welcoming and tolerant society. This can help to foster goodwill and understanding across cultures. Conversely, a president who promotes divisive rhetoric and policies can damage America's image abroad. The US election can also impact the global conversation on social issues. For example, the debate over LGBTQ+ rights or racial justice in the US often resonates in other parts of the world. The outcome of a US election can be seen as a barometer of social progress or a sign of regression. The world is watching not just the political theatre of the US election, but also its cultural implications. The values and ideas that America chooses to project to the world have a profound impact on global trends and perceptions.